Less than 24 hours and all of our New Year's resolutions will begin. A whole list of new news for us to cover as well. Before we leap into the new year, a lot has happened in 2018. KMAC's Tori Larned takes a look back.
A story shaking businesses and hundreds of customers in Lubbock, Texas, and even across the U.S. The collapse of Regger Dykes.
This is probably the biggest, fraud case Lubbock has seen.
After about 15 years, the auto empire came crumbling down. The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in August after Ford filed a lawsuit against the company for defaulting on millions of dollars. If that wasn't enough, allegations of a check-kiting scheme by Regger Dykes added to the turmoil, and customers left in the dark on what's next.
Everybody kept telling me that I was going to lose my car.
I, for one, will never understand why Bob Duncan was forced to resign.
A controversy filling Texas Tech University after former Chancellor Robert Duncan was abruptly forced to retire in August. Over the next couple months, fingers pointed at members of the Board of Regents and the state as the reasons why. Health Science Center President Ted Mitchell filled the chancellor's shoes, and despite this controversy, the university's main goals heading into January's legislative session are still in sight.
Those initiatives really help bring our system into national prominence,
with Duncan on their side.
He confirmed to me that, in fact, those remains are those of Zoe Campos.
A 5-year-old cold case finally coming to an end, and Zoe Campos' family finding closure. In November, police found the bones of Zoe Campos in the backyard of a central Lubbock home. Zoe went missing 5 years ago, and just hours after her body was found, they charged Carlos Rodriguez with her murder. Zoe's family laid her to rest in early December. The most heated Senate race Texas has ever seen. For months, Senator Ted Cruz and Democratic candidate Beto O'Rourke filled the hub city, talking controversial topics like border security, health care, and gun control.
All of the freedom-loving Texans, we need to show up, we need to bring our friends and family and defend freedom in this state.
And serve you in the United States Senate is to show up and listen to you.
In the end, Cruz held his seat in the Senate, but with their visits to town, they mustered up a political scene different than years before. Stepping into the world of Texas Tech sports this year, fans going through a cluster of emotions. The biggest one of those, Cliff Kingsbury getting the boot.
This type of decision is not based on one season.
A big change for the university after 6 seasons with Kingsbury as head coach. But Matt Welch quickly coming in to bring in fresh talent.
Very honored and extremely humbled to be your next head football coach.
While football is trying to find their groove, other sports made their mark on the national stage this year. For the first time in history, men's basketball made it to the Elite Eight, and students basked in the glory of the season through an appearance on College Game Day. And over in the Sandlot, Coach Tadlock helped Texas Tech baseball bat their way to the College World Series in Omaha. We know Lubbock is no newcomer to wild weather. This year, a hailstorm in the spring made its way across the South Plains, ravaging homes, businesses, and communities in its path. And fast forward to December, when almost a foot of snow blanketed the town. We'll end it on one that truly shows what Lubbock's about. This year, hundreds of friends, family, and community leaders lined up together for the first ever Mayor's Marathon, a symbol of how no matter what happens in the world, the country, or here at home, the community can stand together as we take off running into a new year.
I think it's about having fun. It's about, enjoying Lubbock and all that we have to offer.
Tori Larned, KMAC News.